all this then and turn on the music. Wait. Once again. So that was a rather long stream starting screen, but I was just kind of making sure if it's gonna disconnect again or not because it's already did once, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna do some again on the run of this playthrough or read through, as you would call them. But hey, at least I have done my due diligence to check. See, that's what I ate grown-ups. All they do is feed you a pack of lies and take stuff away from you. Oh, really, Miss Lestrade? Tell me, is that overcoat keeping you warm? What? Oh my, surely you were given that. Yeah, the D let him keep it. Let me keep it. After I let daggers at him for long enough. I looked for the pockets and then said, "Go on, have it." Before telling me to scarper. Those are hard words to say. Always pays off, even people that look like you ate. I can't help feeling that's going to get you into serious trouble one day. What I really wanted was that nice shiny disc. The music box disc? But Mr. Winnebank said it was practically worthless. I think I'm gonna go and have another bash. Give him a long, hard stare. I think not, Miss Lestrade. You shan't enter Winnebank's again today. Why not? That's not fair. It can't be helped, I'm afraid. The police are investigating the scene now and taking a statement from Mr. Winnebank. But that disc's mine. I had a ticket for the coat, and it was in the coat's pocket. And there should be something else and all. That's what the Rotten Cove said, ain't it? Yeah, man, I sound like so fucking fake. I really sound like I'm just reading off on the script when I try to say Gina's lines. I try to be a little more natural with the others as often as I fail, but I feel like I can't fail Gina's dialogue once. Yes, he did mention something about another article, didn't he? Well then, that's mine too, whatever it is. Now she's really pushing her luck. Miss Lestrade, I think it's time to admit defeat. You've had your haul for the day. Yeah, and it's all your fault, Sholmes. So, what are your plans now? Will you dine with us this evening? Eh? Iris would be delighted to cook, I'm sure, and I might entertain you with a modest violin recital. Nota. Oh. Why would I come to your place, eh? Have you lost your eggs or something? And she's gone. Bye! Oh dear. She's gone. Having reviled on me quite unnecessarily, I might add. I can't help wondering if perhaps she might turn up anyway. Aww. Interesting. Once she's had a chance to calm down, I think there's a good chance she'll decide to come. Very well then. I'll inform Iris to set up a place for our potential guests at the dinner table this evening. And one more thing. I should be glad of your company later. Oh? Are we meeting in Sholmes' room? Alone? Does he have a room? Sorry? I believe I will have a rather splendid surprise to show you. Oh, a surprise? For me? Oh, how exciting! What is it? You shall have to wait and see, Mrs. Sato. Until later, Dad. Yeah, dessert. Yeah, there's something. How did posters get there? It's behind the fence. And this is some shady alleyway. To move. what to do. Could it really be that we've been in Great Britain for 2 months already? Yes, it's gone by in a flash, hasn't it? And with an English gentleman you trailed off there, Sasatosa. I'm so sorry. When I thought it through, I realized it's not at all true. I simply didn't feel that any Britishness has really rubbed off on you. Well, good. I don't want her icky germs and cooties anyway. Nor you, to be honest. Well, that's obviously because... Yes, I know. Without a doubt, it's your kimono. It most certainly stands out. I do adore the attire of English ladies. It's quite delightful. But somehow, I just don't feel ready to abandon my Japanese dress just yet. It's beautiful. You don't need to. I wonder how Sasato-san would look in Western clothes. That would be interesting to see. Well, we have to wait for the second game, Ryunosuke. That's it. Pretty sure we have to go like downstairs, but just like okay, let's go to Shomosus. I feel like there's too many S's in that word or descriptor or whatever or label. 346. Where's my Bricky Faz? Susie and Reno, come in, come in! Good afternoon, Iris. Thank you so much for breakfast this morning. Can I have my eggy breakfast back? Ah, don't mention it. Goodness, look at the time already. Busy as always? I am! This just made me realize that 10-year-old is more busy than a lawyer. I'm preparing everything for dinner this evening. Already? You're obviously cooking something special, are you? Oh, yes, after all, we have a special guest joining us. Hey, guess who it is? Go on. You'll never guess. Look at those little eyes of hers shining. Oh dear. It's awkward when you already know the answer, isn't it? It's Jeannie! Isn't that exciting? Oh, yeah, what a surprise, yes! That's wonderful news! Wow, Iris seems overjoyed at the idea. I can't wait to learn some pickpocketing tips from a real professional. Oh, yes, that does sound like fun! I'm not sure that's entirely appropriate. Are you, Mr. I'm not sure that's entirely appropriate. Are you, Mr. Naruto? What? By the way, Iris, what's Mr. Scholes up to? Oh? Oh! It's been like that ever since he got back. Hello, Mr. Scholes? I beg that you don't speak to me. Wow. Sorry? I don't know who you are, but kindly take your... Holy shit, it's the opium addiction. As you can see, I'm not here. I don't know how to respond to that. Just ignore him. He is air. Back to the music. That's so cute. I do apologize. When he gets like this, he's completely oblivious to everything. Yes, I see. Really, he behaves just like a child sometimes. Says. Mr. Scholes and Iris have something of a parent and child relationship, don't they? Yes, except that Iris is clearly the parent here. Come to think of it, I wonder where her real parents are. What's the matter, Reno? You have ever such a funny look at your face. Oh, no, it's not. I know what it is. Why does this girl live here with Mr. Scholes, you're wondering? Am I right? How did you... Hehe. Oh, Bruno. I can read you like a butt. This girl is dangerous. She also has a gun, which makes her double dangerous. Don't worry, you can ask me anything. I won't mind. Parents. I'm saying. Anything changed? I'm still looking for the cat. Where the hell is the cat? Now this really is Mr. Show's faithful performing partner then. The Stradivar, the Strapiscar, the Strapifarius. Oh no, it's not good, it's gone. The Virtuoso's violin that he found in a pawnbroker's and managed to buy for next to nothing. After all, we went through to get it back. He's just cast it aside as that chair. After all he's got to get it back, he's just cast it off for the chair. I was looking forward to hearing some beautiful sounds it makes when Mr. Sholmes plays it. It does look rather sorry for itself there, doesn't it? Although, at least Wagahai hasn't attacked it yet. Even if... Where is the cat? Where is the cat? Even if his eyes are saying it's only a matter of time. This is Shoals. So, Mr. Shoals, what are you exhausted? Did you not hear? I am not here! Of course you're not. I cannot think what... the whole bed of the ocean is that one solid massive oyster. So prolific, the creatures see you. I won't even turn around to look at me. It's best to just leave him alone when he's in one of his moods like this. Yes, I can see that. I think that's all. Genie! So, my Genie, you mean Miss Lestrade, the young woman from Mr. McGilden's case 2 months ago, right? Yes! The one who stole my experimental smoke grenade launcher! Although, after the trial, I invited her back here and we had dinner together. And now we're best of friends! Oh, what a lovely tale! Yes! Now, if I bump into her in the streets, she runs away as fast as she can. Oh. And I chase after her down the back alleys. Interesting idea of friendship. Oh, you won't fucking know, Ryunosuke. You're best friends with Asogi. Then I let her have the latest color of smoke grenade I've developed. Oh. There are so many beautiful colors in the world. Genie wants me to make a whole rainbow. I suppose this means you've let Miss Lestrade keep the smoke grenade launcher, have you? Yes, that's right. I got bored of it anyway. Always reacts the same way when I shoot him with it now. Poor Hurley. Oh, I can't wait for Gina to arrive. It's been too long since she last came over. I'm so excited. This also makes me think that probably Iris wouldn't shoot Ryunosuke because he barely reacts to anything. He barely reacts to being tossed. He barely reacted when Gina shot him the first time. I just hope she does actually come. Okay, 1 second. Living with shoes. Sholmes. I'm sure you've been wondering why it is that I live here with... Haven't you? Well, it has crossed my mind. That and where are your real parents? Oh. My mommy and daddy aren't with me anymore. Oh. Mommy passed away when I was born. And at around the same time, my father... Well, he had to go to a faraway land because of one of the cases he and Hurley were working on. Okay, I'll be serious. Oh, wait a minute. Did you say he and Hurley? Yes! Daddy and Hurley were always solving mysterious cases together. She didn't mention that before. He wrote them all up in his diaries. That's what's in the metal chest over there. Really? He recorded them all? So, you mean it's true? Mr. Sholmes really did have a partner with whom he tackled some of the His most toxic cases? Oh, yes, I mean, it's always nice to have one, isn't it? Ooh. So, Mr. Sholm's partner was your father? Exactly. Hurley told me I wasn't allowed to look in the chest, but that only made me want to look even more. So I opened it up and found your father's memoirs. Yes, so I asked Hurley, who wrote these? He nearly fell off of his chair. But then he told me. That's when I found out that the author of all those accounts was my father. So Iris's father was Mr. Sholm's partner. Like, Misogi was my partner. I've practically lived with Hurley all my life. I was tiny when he took me in. So, it came as quite a shock when Hurley told me he wasn't really my daddy. It must have done. I wonder why Mr. Sholmes chose to tell you, and at such a young age. Hurley said it's because he wouldn't have been able to hide it from me. Oh? Well, having lived with Hurley all these years, you might say that his ways have rubbed off on me. Hi, Mr. POV. Hello. Good evening to you too. I hope you're doing well. There are some things I can just see. Especially lies. I almost know when people are lying before they open their mouth sometimes. Right. Anyway, I was so fascinated when I read Daddy's diaries. That's what inspired me to write The Adventures of Herlock Sholmes, actually. I'd always assumed Mr. Sholmes simply told you all of those thrilling stories. Oh no, Hurley's hopeless like that. Oh yes, I'm doing fine. The only thing I'm worried about is I didn't have like anything big to eat during before stream, so I'm worried I might get hungry in the middle of it. But I have some biscuits and some water here if that comes. He forgets everything. As soon as he solves the case, it's all but vanished from his mind. Oh, I see. The other day, it was so embarrassing. As usual, he totally forgot about the case he just solved. So, the very next day, he gathered together all of the people involved in the proceedings to solve the case again. It was quite a shock for everyone. You can say that again. You share your father's surname, don't you, Iris? That's right, Wilson. That is Dr. John H. Wilson. I learned from his diaries that he's a doctor of medicine, you see. That's what prompted me to study so that I could earn a doctorate as well. Iris's father, who went to some distant land, and is a doctor by the name of John H. Wilson. Oh shit, what voice did I give? It's been a month. The court will now hear the trial of Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Kindly state before the court the name of the victim in this case. The victim's name was Dr. John H. Wilson. I did have like a snack before I started streaming. I don't know if you still remember it, but I had some suman before I started streaming, but that didn't really fill me up. That's right, visiting professor of medicine at Imperial Yume University, and a man who, in the most bizarre of circumstances, lost his life just before we left Japan. Mrs. Sato. Yes. Perhaps we shouldn't pursue this conversation any further at this time. I think that would be for the best. But didn't she already say, that she can basically see when someone's lying? You can't hide anything from her. No. Yeah, it's the really nice one. The one that have like caramel in it. Or not in it. Oh, you pour caramel over it. Oh my fucking god! I was having a fucking moment! I hate this face! Ah, my dear fellows, how good to see you. Mr. Schultz! Whatever did you not make your presence known to me before? I just fucking did! Well, no matter. So, how the devil are you? We've been with you for most of the day. Goodness, really? I will admit, he does look way hotter without his coat. I will give him that. Do tell me, Mr. Schultz, is your violin unscathed? My violin? Whatever are you talking about, dear man? Was this guy dropped as a child? Does he have short-term memory loss? Oh, never mind that now. I have something far more interesting to show you. Behold, my dear fellows. Oh, another music box disc? No, not another disc, Mr. Sato. This is the one Gregson demanded we hand over as evidence. Mr. McGilden's disc. Oh my! Then, what's it doing here? Excuse me, sorry, I had a burp. You know, at times, Mr. Naruhodo, I think that though I have an undeniable turn for detection, I may well be even more adept at larceny. That is not something to be proud of. Oh, that would be wonderfully exciting. I'd be your pickpocketing assistant. No! And Bruno could be our go-to lawyer if you ever get caught. No! Right. Plus, since he has such beautiful handwriting, she could write all of our menacing crime notifications. Okay, we're going to Phantom Thieves territory now. No! Susato, no! Yes, I'd be delighted. I'm just going to pretend this conversation never happened, I think. I don't think we have anything new. I'm purposely ignoring him. The music box disc. I don't understand. How did the disc come to be in your possession? Ah, no! I thought Inspector Gregson took it back to Scotland Yard. Quite correct. And that sort of uncompromising attitude is precisely why I always carry some of this. Wait, what's that? Sholmes Caramel. It's his own brand of candy. That's a bar of caramel, Mr. Schultz. Your one and only friend at times of loneliness, if I'm not mistaken. If you will humor me, my dear fellows, cast your mind back to when the good detective confiscated the disc. I'll be taking that whatever it is of McGilden's down to the yard. Thank you very much. So, hand it over. Oh, yes, of course. If the police demand something as evidence, my dear fellow, we have no choice but to capitulate. It's all yours, Inspector. Man. Same pose, different man. For the briefest of moments, I had the disc in my hand, did I not? Yes, you did, but I still don't understand. It was precisely at that moment that I summoned my one and only friend into action. I pressed the disc into a pair of bars, like this. That's amazing. The disc and all the minuscule protrusions are made have made an image in the caramel. Indeed, the caramel is quite exceptional and developed it myself, you know. Suitably soft for making impressions but resistant to melting, the result of a precisely controlled solution. How extraordinary! From detective to pretty boy. Well, those things don't come mutually exclusive to each other, Mr. POV. Carrying a pair of these on one's person frequently proves very useful indeed. Take a house key, for example. A simple press, and its unique form is duplicated. I can enter anyone's property at will, and never without high secrecy. And we're back. Yep, the usual one. Yes, it sounds illegal. Wouldn't you know? You're a lawyer! From the image, I was able to rate this. I confess I was most curious to know the matter of music would issue from the disc when played. The music on the disc. Do tell us that, Mr. Schultz. What music does this disc play? Hi Pig. Hi Final. I'm streaming. Later. I don't know if you guys are still playing after a while, but I'll join in after the stream if you guys are still playing. Well, unfortunately, I have no idea. No idea? None whatsoever. Are you familiar with the workings of a music box, my dear fellas? No, I'm afraid not. I'll kick your asses in Uno later. Get this! You don't know Bruno? Okay. Yeah, I'll jump at y'all when I'm done. Inside the music box, there's a special metal piece called comb. A comb. That's what produces the sound. Small protuberances block the different teeth of the comb as they rotate past it, making the different notes. The first music box to be invented used a rotating cylinder with protuberances on it. I hate that word. But over time, a new type of player was produced, which uses discs, such as these. With the development, the popularity of music boxes spread far and wide, all around the globe. Why exactly? Because the discs are easy to produce and can be interchanged to facilitate the playing of different tunes. There are a great many firms in Europe now manufacturing music boxes as a result. It is wonderful to be able to enjoy music even when no performer is present. But it is the very success of the invention that means we are now presented with an insurmountable problem. What do you mean? As you may imagine, the construction of one firm's music box does not match that of another. And we have no way of knowing in which music box this particular disc was designed to be played. There is no resolution to this problem, I'm afraid. It's quite intractable. Ah, I see. So that's why. Naturally, I tested the disc in a few music boxes I have at my disposal. Well, as you can hear, to no avail. The results are equally unsatisfactory in this one. So, I am presently engaged in acquiring an example of all the music boxes ever made in Europe. Every single one? That's early for you. Always taking things too far. But, my dear girl, an unsolved riddle is quite repugnant to my constitution. But surely, all the different types in Europe will amount to a huge volume of music boxes, won't it? Yes, that is quite true. I certainly even. In the worst case, I shall just have to ask you to vacate the attic room. What? Okay. Magnus McGilded. Not a name I expected to hear again so soon. Yes, it's only been 2 months since that was the case. Mr. McGilded perished within hours of the trial's conclusion. Was it the curse of the Reaper? No one knows till now. The omnibus was reduced to a pile of ash. Not a shred of evidence remained. And with the man's death, I don't want to advance the text boxes. I want to stay in the screen forever. The truth about the murder in which he was so intimately involved was buried. Even though we successfully established Mr. McGilded's innocence in the trial, the newspapers are still claiming that it remains an unsolved case. I love hearing Ramsey's theme. The murder of the brickmaker, Mr. Rice-Fired Mason. We got a sim over here. Mr. POV, it's been a month. I'm sure that wasn't a secret to behold. In the end, the truth of the matter remains a mystery. We still have no idea what really happened that night. And although Mr. McGilded was found not milky from my defense, I still don't know if that was the right judgment or not. It would appear the case is not yet closed. Oh my god, put that away, child! Well, it's time I started getting things ready for dinner, I think. Jeannie will be here before long. Thank you, Iris. Oh, well, you must let me help you then. Of course, Susie. There's plenty to do. Oh, this is new. Or is it? Or have I seen it before but it was just wearing the clothes? This looks different. I think I shall investigate the conditions of my faithful performing partner. Now then, where did I leave it? Let this be a lesson to you, Mr. Scholes. Never leave anything too precious with the pawnbroker. Yes, you may be right. Oh, that reminds me of something Mr. Winnebank said before. A baby boomer? Wait, Mr. POV, you know I have like a Madam Tis as a channel redeem point, right? He said he had the manuscript of Iris's in pawn, didn't he? Okay. Did he? Yes, he definitely mentioned it. Mr. Sholmes' latest tale of otherworldly mystery lies dormant in the storeroom, were his words, I believe. So you heard about that, did you? I expect you were as incessant as I was. Oh, yes! The idea of such a wonderful story languishing in Mr. Winnebank's storeroom gathering dust. Madam, I'm quite sure I told you already. The pawnbroker's storeroom is the safest place for it, more secure than a bank's vault. And what about your Stradivarius, Hurley? Was that safe and secure? Oh gosh, you're trying to give it a gun. Oh, wait, I thought... Wait, Final Fantasy XIV? I don't play Final Fantasy XIV, Mr. POV. What are you talking about? Well, there may be the occasional mix-up. caused by a certain impetuous someone not too far from me now. I don't play Final Fantasy XIV. What are you talking about? Do you have any idea how long it took me to write that Baskerville story, Hurley? Oh, it sounds so exciting! The Hound of the Baskervilles. I should love to hear it. I'll read it even. Well, yeah, I don't know about that, Mr. POV. I don't know where you got Final Fantasy XIV. No, I will say I am interested in playing it. Unfortunately, it's a paid game, right? Like a service paid monthly subscription thing, if I'm remembering correctly. And unfortunately, I am not financially stable to afford it. Oh wow. Oh wow. I love how serious Sherlock looks here. Oh wow. Oh wow. For once in his life, he kind of looks. Ooh. Ooh. Oh wow. What's going on here? Why does it feel like an icy chill just swept through the room? Susie, what did you just say? You said the Hound of the Baskervilles. But how could you have known the full title? Well, that's because Mr. Sato is such a great fan of all the stories about Mr. Sholmes, of course. But Bruno, the Hound of the Baskervilles has never been published. What? When I showed Hurley the manuscript, he told me that I wasn't allowed to publish it yet. I don't understand. That's why he said that he'd keep it safe. Until it was the right time for the story to be made public, you see. So that's why the manuscript was at Windybanks? And yet, how could Susie here know its title? Well, Hurley, what's going on? Oh. Ah! What is it, Mr. Scholes? It would appear our guest has arrived. Miss Lestrade! This is a bad idea. I knew I weren't welcome. I'm going. No, wait! Miss Lestrade! We've all been eagerly awaiting your arrival. Haven't we, Iris? Oh no! She looks like she's gonna cry! Oh no, Iris! Oh, yes! Just wait here, Judy. We'll have everything ready in a jiffy. Come along, Susie. Right, of course. It's a pleasure to see you here, Miss Lestrade. Please, make yourself at home. Don't stand in the doorway, my dear girl. Come along in. What say you? Wait, what? What say you to some Mendelssohn? I won't take no for an answer. Mendelssohn it is then. That evening, Iris prepared us all a meal that was even more delicious than usual. Mr. Sholmes' violin performance was in no way meddlesome, and Gina, as he came to call her, taught us all how to steal things from one another without being noticed. Everyone is thoroughly enjoying themselves well into the night. Yung ganda naman definitely looks so scary in the dark. 9:24 p.m. That was a very enjoyable evening, wasn't it? Oh yes, Iris's cooking was truly divine. And I feel as though I can still hear the enchanting strains of Mr. Schultz's violin even now. Best of all, I bet I can steal the glasses from his lordship's face next time we're in court. No! Naruhodo-san, could I consult with you about something, I wonder? What's wrong? What's the matter, Susato-san? It's about the telegram I received. Ah. The one that arrived first thing in the morning, I suppose. I've been summoned. What? Summoned? What do you mean? The telegram was from the Lord Chief Justice's office. Lord Strongheart has asked to see me. The Lord Chief Justice? When? Tomorrow morning. What? Then you should have said. You should have started preparing at once. Oh no, that won't be necessary, Naruhodo-san. I've been summoned alone. Alone? What on earth for? I have no idea. I suppose I shall find out tomorrow. What's all this about? Whatever it is, it's making me feel very uneasy. Oh, who could that be, I wonder? Good evening, friends! Aww. Iris, hello again. Hello, Gina! And Gina, too! Yes! Gina's going to stay with us tonight. She's going to sleep in with me. Isn't that right, Gina? Well, yeah. How lovely! Let me make a pot of tea. A sleepover! You know, I've learned so much today. Oh? What? In particular? Wait. All those things Genie showed us, wasn't it wonderful? Ah, you mean all those pickpocketing techniques. We had fun trying them out on each other, didn't we? I think I'm awakening a natural talent. I should earn a living from it! You might be getting ahead of yourself a little there. So, what brings you up to our humble quarters at this late hour? Well, you see... Nuh-uh! Wags my finger at the screen. I literally just checked my possession and it was there. Nuh-uh, you can't fool me, game. Nuh-uh. I came to return this. Wait, what? That's mine! Oh my, however did he... I told you, didn't I? I have a natural talent for it. Oh yes, I forgot. Iris literally is a child genius. So anyway, here, you can have it back. Not that I really wanted to... Not that I really understand why you wear it though. It's my boy! You see this, Iris? You see this? This is my boyfriend. Ah, thank you. Alright then. Good night. Yes, good night. So, this is your office, is it? What do you think, Jeannie? I think I'm gonna fancy my chances with a lawyer who lives in a place like this. Bitch? Okay, she's the next offended then. Yes, me too. Wow, thanks. It seems as though Iris here still has something she'd like to talk about. Oh. I suppose she probably wants to talk about the manuscript. Yes, I suppose she probably does. Iris, I suppose you're hoping to talk about the manuscript, aren't you? Aren't you going to tell me? I'm so sorry. I need a little more time, please. What? How could she have known, though? I don't think there was a chance for her to slip into the back room when we were in the pawnbroker, right? Alright, I understand. I hope I haven't made you feel awkward. Oh no, not at all, Iris. Not at all. I don't know what all this is about really, but it's a story you made up, is it, Iris? That this mantle script, or whatever you call it. It's not exactly a story that I made up. It's something I read in Daddy's diaries. Daddy's? That's right. I don't suppose I've mentioned it to you before, Genie, but my daddy was Hurley's assistant once. His partner. They solved all sorts of strange and mysterious cases together. Is that right, mister? Apparently so. I was as surprised as you are, though. And Daddy wrote all of the details of every single case down, you see, in his diaries. So I studied them and write my stories based on what actually happened. So, where's your old man now then? Oh, poor Iris. She looks so baby. He had to go away on urgent business to a faraway land, and he'll be gone for a very long time. So, I've never really met him. Oh, right. Come to think of it, I don't know anything about Gina's parents either. Perhaps I should ask her. Wait. I hope this good. Where is she in this room? Oh. I'm concerned. I don't know if I should like. That told me to like ask her, but I still have this. Wait, I'm gonna save. Because it might advance the story if I like talk about the Hound of the Baskervilles with Iris. Iris, this Hound of the Baskervilles story. I take it that it's another tale inspired by your father's accounts? That's right. I thought it was fascinating. But it's different somehow from the other cases I did. Oh? How? I don't really know, but it must be special in some way. Because after I'd written it and showed the manuscript to Hurley, he turned as white as a sheet. Oh shit. It was the first time I've ever seen him like that. It pains me to have to say this after you've toiled over it for so long, Iris. But the story must not be published at this time, under any circumstances. Why not? It's one of my best works! Oh my god, it's so wild seeing a serious Sherlock. I'm not at liberty to say, not now, so please, don't ask me. Alright then, I won't. But I do solemnly swear that I will explain everything one day, Iris, when the time is right. And that's how the manuscript came to be with Mr. Windibank, isn't it? Yes. Hurley said it had to be somewhere very safe. That Willie gets my goat does is treating you like a child. She is 10. That means that's what it is. Keep your secrets like that. I'm sure Mr. Schultz isn't trying to be mean. Eh? If he said he wasn't at liberty to talk about it, I'm sure there must have been a very good reason. I think so too. You are too trusted for your own good. But you can't pull the wool over my eyes. Sholmes was lying to Iris. I bet my life on it. What? Hurley's lying to me? Oh, okay, that's it. Okay, so we can't talk to Gita now. I realized that I don't know anything about your parents, Gita. Ain't got any, have I? Never did have. Oh. Like, the East End's full of orphans like me. No one wants nothing to do with us. From the minute we're born, not even our moms. But we all stick together. The older ones look after the little ones, and we make sure they get by. So that's why you're a pickpocket. Nah, that's my life. I love it. I get a kick out of every time I lift someone's pompous in its purse. And that's how that's we all. I really hate her text boxes. Oh my god. And that's how we all afford to eat. I'm like a Robin Hood, ain't I? That's how I see it. Oh, Gita. I do think about it sometimes. What it'd be to have a parents in me. I always thought it'd make everything right. But having listened to what Iris just said, it sounds like having parents ain't always easy either. Oh! I mean, if you know you never had them, you don't feel like you're always wanting to meet them. Oh, it's true. I do want to see Daddy so much. Oh, Iris. Oh, sad time hours. Gina, what did you mean when you said that you know Mr. Sholmes is lying to Iris? Well, I reckon he popped that battle script or whatever, right? What? Come on, that's obviously a load of rubbish. Oh, what? Why would you think that, Gina? It's simple. If that story was really an old Winnebago story, there's no way someone from halfway around the world, in other words, you, would have known about it. About that, yeah. Sorry, Iris, but if you ask me, I sold it. Without telling you. But Hurley would never do something like that. I'm sure of it. Ha! Grown-ups know a lot worse than that, believe me. They have faced liars, a lot of them. You ain't realized it yet. Oh, Iris, you're still a baby. I'm telling you, that mantle script ain't at Winnebags. You'd soon see if you add a lick. Even if you think you can trust him, I don't. That Sholmes is a liar, like the rest of them. Oh. If I'm honest, I've wondered if Hurley's telling me the truth sometimes. See? Oh, but I don't mean that I think he sold it. I mean that I sometimes wonder if he might have hidden my manuscript somewhere. Somewhere I don't know. Even though it's wrong of me to doubt him. Don't be too hard on yourself, Iris. Oh my goodness! Look at the time! Come along, Ginny. We should go back downstairs. Yeah, alright. And please, don't mention any of this to Hurley, will you? No, of course not. Good night then, Iris. Good night, Gina. You must let me make breakfast for you tomorrow morning. I insist. Oh, yes, please. I can't wait, Susie. Good night then. Iris. It sure is easy to forget, isn't it? Sometimes she speaks just like an adult. But deep down, she's still just a child. This is so soft, but also really sad. Well, I think it's time that I turned in for the night too, Naruhodo-san. Dr. John H. Wilson, Iris' father, but also the name of the murdered victim professor at Yume University. It can't be a mere coincidence. There's something deeper going on. Naruhodo. Mr. Naruhodo. That voice. That's Mr. Sholmes! What's going on? It's the middle of the night. It's Miss Lestrade. She's gone. Iris' backstory, I might get tissues. We just did that though! That was literally her tragic backstory. She didn't have her parents growing up and she had to grow up with Hurley. Gina? She's supposed to be sleeping in Iris' room, but her bed is empty. Well, she's an independent young woman. She probably decided to go home, though. I think not. From speaking to her before she retired, I received a distinct expression that she was looking forward to breakfasting with Mr. Sato. No, I don't believe the girl has gone home, but I've been waiting for over an hour now. Over an hour? Oh. If you'll indulge me, look out the window, my dear fellow. Wait, I am the dear fellow. He doesn't call me and Sasato a dear fellow. I am the dear fellow. Ah! Not the time to be squeaking, but what's this about? It's open. Wait a minute. Why is there light on at this time of night? That's Mr. Windybags' pawnbroker. Mr. Windybags? Oh no. It's simple. If that story was really an old Windybags storeroom, there's no way someone from halfway around the world, in other words, you, would know about it. Sorry, Iris, but if you ask me, I sold it. Without telling you. Could Gina have gone? It seems you have some knowledge of the situation, Mr. Naruhodo. Sorry? Oh, no, not really. Well, anyway, we must investigate. At once! Oh, at once! Mr. Sato! 1:14 a.m. Oh wow. The door to Windybags is slightly became a little bit bluish at the moment. It's open. And the lamp is burning. It must be Gina, wasn't it? Let us hope it's nothing more sinister. What? Come, there's not a moment to lose. Clearly something is afoot inside. This is so intense. There's no one here. Whoa! Oh wait! Look at the calendar. Holy shit! Oh no! Oh no! Oh yes! There is. Ah! Mr. Sholmes! Mr. Sholmes! What the? Has Sholmes been shot? Leave me, Mr. Naruhodo! But after them, go! Right! Blast! I've lost him. What? Hello, what do we have here? Oh, it's one of them. The alarm was raised. The alarm was just raised for this pawnbroker, sir. Would you know something about it? Officer, come with me. It's my friend, Mr. Sholmes. He's been shot. Shot? With the policeman close behind me, I ran back to Windybanks. I fucking don't know, Mr. POV. I can't do accents for the life of me. Oh shit, it's anime cutscene.
ホームズさん。
なるほど様。
大丈夫ですか？僕は大丈夫だ。心配ない。それよりもあの扉の向こうだ。早く。
Oh no. Oh no.
椎名さん。
Oh shit. That's too short of a stream though. Fuck. Guys, please save it. Okay. I think I will continue more in this case. That is too short. That was just like only an hour in. Barely even. But I will use the bathroom real quick before we continue. I'll be right back. We will continue this case a little further, and at least until the next to be continued screen. I just need to pee. It won't be more than like 2 minutes, trust me. I'll be back real quick. I'm back! See, I told you it wouldn't be more than 2 minutes. Be careful out there. Oh, they should be careful of me. Okay. This just happened. Ah! It's alright, It's all what, Mr. Naruto? After them, go! Blast! Oh, ew, that was so creepy! Behind that door. Behind the door, in the storeroom, hurry! This isn't good. It's Gina? From that moment, Windybank's pawnbrokery became a crime scene. Everything that followed happened in a whirlwind of activity. The arrival of the police, the preliminary investigation of the scene, and the questioning. It was just before dawn before I was allowed back to my lodgings at 221B Baker Street. I'm sorry. Baker Street wasn't part of that, but whenever I say 221B, it just has to have like Baker Street at the end of it. Oh no! Iris! She looks so sad and small. Oh, Iris! The telegram came, but all it said was, wait at home. Oh, yes. We asked one of the policemen to have it sent. It was simply impossible to come back. Oh, she's so baby. When I woke up, I was all alone. Hurley and Gina were gone. Everyone was gone. Oh, no. What happened, Bruno? Poor Iris. She's trembling. She's obviously trying very hard not to let herself get too worried. I'll explain everything that I know. Something awful has happened, hasn't it? Yes, I'm afraid so. Okay, I actually don't kind of want to fuck around. I just really want to talk to Iris. I want to comfort this child. I'm sorry to have to tell you this, Iris, but Mr. Windybank is dead. He was shot. We discovered it in the early hours of the boarding. Oh, yes, I had a feeling. You did? Well, I saw all of those police carriages pulling up outside his shop. So I knew something that had happened there. Something must have happened there. Oh, look, she's so baby. I can't look at her. When we entered Windybanks in the small hours, we disturbed the gang of 2 thugs. They ran out onto the streets, and I chased after them, but they got away. So, it was one of them who shot old Mr. Windybank, I suppose. I don't know, but that's not what the police believe at the moment. Oh, why not? They've arrested someone else as their prime suspect, you see. Gina. Gina? But why? Well, the thing is... No! Gina wouldn't do something like that! I know. None of us think she did it. Then why have they arrested her? I'm sorry. There was nothing I could do. Wait. That should obviously be next, but I'm concerned. I think I'll just do it in order. I feel it's just safe. Because if they wanted me to do it after events at Windybanks, they'd have cut in between shows situations. So just do this. So, where's Hurley then? Is he still there investigating the scene? He really ought to have some breakfast. It's not good for him to miss meals. Oh no. I don't want you to worry, Iris, but I have some news about Mr. Scholes. He was taken to the hospital this morning. What? Well, when we entered Windybanks, a gun was fired and he took a bullet. Hurley was shot? No! It's alright. His life isn't in danger. Really? Are you sure? Where is he? Which hospital? He's at St. Sinners. Oh my god, that does not sound like a good hospital to be in. Unless, in fact, it's pronounced Signers. They're tending to him there. I must see him at once. I'm sorry, Iris, but you can't. Why not? That's not fair. I'm a family member. I should be allowed. No, I mean, nobody can see him at the moment. He's not allowed any visitors. They're preparing to operate, you see. To operate? Oh, poor Hurley. Oh no. You really have to think though, probably at their time, an operation must have been really scary. The mortality rate of operations must be like stupidly high back then. It was the two thugs that were in Mr. Winterbank's shop. They shot Mr. Holmes when we disturbed them, you see. It was pitch black inside the shop at the time. My mind went blank, I'm afraid. I just froze. After them! Go! After that, I ran out into the streets, but... well, they were long gone. I shouldn't have hesitated. I'm so sorry. It's my fault. I let them get away. I think... that's a very good thing. Sorry? Well, if you'd seen which way they went and chased after them, you might have been shot as well, you know? On top of everything else, I couldn't bear it. Oh, Iris. Susato. Where's Susie, Rudo? She's still at the police station. Oh, why? I expect she's still being questioned. The police said that they wouldn't be finished for a while. Why aren't you there then? Well, I didn't get a good look at the criminals anyway, so they weren't questioning me for long. And Mr. Sato stayed behind at the scene to tend to Mr. Sholmes, so they didn't get started until later. Ah, I see. Besides, one of us had to come back to be with Iris. Oh, right. Oh, poor baby. I'm glad Inspector Gregson agreed to me leaving early. You should have let me know, and I would have come to the station. I don't understand why they arrested Judy. It's not fair. What about the two thugs that were at the scene? Why aren't they the prime suspects? After all, they shot Hurley. He's not dead. Iris, he is not dead. Didn't they? No, I mean, Mr. Sholmes isn't dead, Iris. This is all so horrible. She must take revenge. She shall shoot back. The thing is, Mr. Winterbank was found on the door in the storeroom where he keeps all of the deposited articles. And the storeroom door was locked from the inside. I see. But he wasn't alone in there. Gina was found next to him on the floor as well. Oh no! And according to the detectives who investigated afterwards, don't tell me there was no one else in the room? Yes, exactly. How do you know? It's the only explanation. Yes, the only explanation indeed. What do you mean by that, Bruno? Well? What can I say? I'm damned if I agree, damned if I don't. Oh, poor Iris. I'm afraid I'll need to go out again now, Iris. There's not much I can do at the moment, but I can at least try to find out how Mr. Sholmes and Gina are getting on. I want to go too! Take me with you, Bruno! I can't stand just sitting around here waiting. I'm not sure how I feel about taking a 10-year-old child to the scene of the murder, but I don't want to leave her all alone here either. Alright then, Iris. Perhaps you could help me? Oh, yes, I'd love to! Gina's at the prison. Mr. Sholmes is probably in his hospital bed. Aww. And don't forget, we have to visit the crime scene. We need to conduct a thorough investigation. Ah, I can see you're ready for action. I imagine Iris would appreciate going to the hospital sooner than later. Okay, so that's our sign. What's this? Why is it? Oh! Shit! We have like new dialogue because Iris is with us now. Hurley's desk is far worse, you know. I'm sure if I try hard enough, I can make my desk as messy as Mr. Sholmes. I wonder. You don't think I can? Well, it takes a certain genius to reach that level of disorder, you know. The path to a true rest is long and arduous, it seems. Okay, this is actually kind of fun. The room with all I brought with me from home, so all I colored it. I said to color it in with a minute, but that's cruel, only letting it have one eye. But yes, but it's because I don't consider myself a good enough lawyer yet, you see. Once I become a fully fledged lawyer, Mr. Sato will color in the other eye for me. Well, in that case, why not color the other eye now? And then every time you win a new case, give it an extra eye. You can never have too many eyes, you know. Call me crazy, but I never considered that. What did you have to say about this telegram? Oh, it looks like a telegram. It is, but you mustn't open it. Not under any circumstances. Alright, I won't. Now then, let's see. No! What did I just say? You mustn't open it. Don't worry, I won't. With this special concoction I've developed, I'll be able to see through the envelope without having to open it. No, that's not allowed either. Oh, but I'm sure it's something important. Little geniuses can be mischievous. What does she have to say about these prawns? We were rather lucky to find an old aquarium left behind here, the prawns, anemones. Apparently, tanks like those were very popular in London before I was born. Oh, you mean they're not anymore? I think people discovered it was too much effort to clean them out and change the water all the time. I can believe that. Constant anemones are fun. For a while. Do you know, I've never seen this time in Sato's room. I haven't so much as put my head around the door. Oh! Susie often invites me up. It's so much fun. Really? What's her room like? I can't tell you that. Oh. A young maiden's private chambers is a place of bittersweet secrets. They're sharing fanfiction together. Where have I heard that before? I suppose some things are the same the world over. It's springtime, warmer now, but I love the smell of fire in the kettle. Oh! How about some tea, Runo? Oh, that's so cute! Thanks, Iris, but I'm alright for now. The green tea Susato makes me from time to time, and Iris' unique herbal infusion. This place is a paradise for true tea lovers. If you're sure, and I always have plenty whenever you're feeling thirsty. It's so bitter. Sissy's lovely green tea has had quite an impact on Hurley, you know. He stopped putting milk and sugar in his coffee even. Wow. And Hurley is normally bitterly opposed to bitterness. Oh, that's it? Okay. Bruno! That's not a spade! It's a shovel. You're a shoveler, are you? I've had a feeling you'd pick me up on that. Oh, no. A pick is something else entirely. Now I've dug myself into that even deeper hole. Oh my god, what is this mess? It's one of tea in a bottle of water. Check. Will she say something different? Because, oh, she might. Your beautiful tea set is there at the table as usual. A cup of your special herbal blends always sticking around when the feeling straight. Poor Hurley. He hasn't had a drop of tea today. Oh no, he's gonna shrivel up and die. A Brit that hasn't had his tea yet is bound to die in the next 12 hours. I wish I could take some to the hospital for him. Oh, that's it, okay. Come to think of it, I haven't seen you doing much writing here. Your paper or the typewriter, no. I'm a little bit stuck in the story idea, actually. Well, you could consider using what happened to Mr. Natsume, perhaps. Ooh, yes, that's a fabulous idea. And a great title that has just popped into my head as well. The Adventures of the Catchy Man. How's that, Bruno? No comment. It's a charming little wine shelf and full of charming little bottles too, but the contents of them aren't quite as charming it seems. I'm so close now. I've nearly developed a rainbow smoke grenade, you know. So you're still working on those colorful but fumey explosives, are you? I tell you what, when I've perfected it, I'll fire the first shot at you, Rudo. What an honor. This is where you note down ideas, isn't it, Iris? Let's see, what does it say? Ah, the Bosco Valley Mystery. We visited the Bosco Valley recently for a picnic, you see, but I forgot to bring tea. So, when Harley became thirsty, he decided to drink from the Bosco pool. He gave himself an awful tummy ache. Oh dear. Harley sat there miserable as could be in the field of flowers after that, just like when you saw him yesterday. That really is an unsavory tale. These are all the mementos and mask cases, and if we bullet the cases, we're like carnival as well. Harley said that Maggie is a memento too. Oh! What? How? He tried really hard to get that little fella to stay on those shelves at first. Oh! But he had to give up in the end. Maggie just wouldn't keep still. Yes, funny that. Oh, that's so cute. Oh. Fire burning very different from the Japanese hibachi somehow. Harley's been working on his disguise recently. So Mary was right yesterday. The picture of the woman really was just Sherlock in cross-dress. He's been dressing as a woman, mainly. Really? Mr. Shoves dressed in woman's clothes? Yes! You see the lady in the photographic print in the mantelpiece? That's her. I wanna see it! I wanna see it! Oh! It's quite stunning. Oh my god, Mari was right. It really was just Sherlock cross-dressing. It wasn't. There was no Irene Adler. It was just Sherlock. Ah, well, that's because the box contains some of my most important things, which I have no intention. We already have. Mr. Shona is delivered. Looks like the delivery from Mr. Shona. Harley lives in an absolute mess all the time. He never notices when things go missing. Even Mr. Schultz must have noticed that huge lump of metal is no longer there. Surely. Okay, that's it. What is this? Is this a sort of lever? Ah yes, the lever we are scrubbing bullet holes. It's a feed or something. That's right, but Hurley isn't a very good shot, sadly. I can't remember how many times he had to replaster and patch up the wall before he managed to make the letters. Is he a patriot or a plasterer? Oh my god. There are a lot of certain shelves, chemistry apparatus, books, papers, and lots of things that I've never seen before. It all happened to be so high up I can't even feel it, and it will topple at any moment. Yes, Hurley does that to overload the shelves. That's one way. Oh, is this the one where she said he just buys another book? Yeah, it's the same one. From when we like first arrived. Now this is really Mr. Faithful performing partner, the Stradivar, the Strappy Scar, the Scrappifarius. No, it's gone now. The Machisto's violin, I hope Hurley gets well soon. I miss hearing his violin playing already. Oh, Iris. I'm sure he will. Okay, I think that's all. Wait, how do I? Let's try Baker Street. Maybe it's different. Oh. What does she have to say about the house? In 2 months, Holmes' office. Believe it. When Hurley comes back home, let's have a big party. That's a great idea. I'm sure it won't be long. Mr. Sholmes is very tough. Yes! There's still a Scotland Yard carriage outside of Windibanks. I never imagined we'd be investigating a case so close to home. Poor Iris. She's very upset by all this. I'm sorry. I was there. I should have done more. None of this is your fault, Bruno. So please, don't apologize. But it's the criminals who are to blame for all of this. So let's investigate and work out how to catch them. Yes, you're right. Okay. So she said he wanted to go to Sherlock's. The hospital, I mean. Saint Sinners. Hurley! Oh! He's not here! No, that's strange. The nurse definitely said he was in bed by the window, didn't she? Oh! I know what probably happened! Hurley was being a big baby, and the bullet wound wasn't that bad after all, so he's been sent home. I'm not sure about that, baby or not. There's no question that it was a fairly serious injury that Mr. Sholmes suffered. Oh. Hello, what do we have here? Oh my god, it's him. Yeah, it's okay. Thank you for dropping by, Mr. VOV. Have a good rest. Sir. This one is off limits. Don't visit it. What are you doing here, eh? Well, I'll have you know, we're Hurley's next of kin. Oh! We beg your pardon then, ma'am, sir. A little lady and a curious Eastern gentleman. The great mysterious always has a mysterious family, eh? Yeah, it's cool, it's cool. I was just kind of like surprised, but it's fine. No offense taken. If that's how you see it, sure. Where is he, Constable? Where's Hurley? I believe it is currently in the operating theater, ma'am, undergoing an extensive operation. Extensive? It has been several hours since it went in. Oh dear. Is it going to be alright? Well, it doesn't appear to be working, you see. The anesthetics, that is. Oh! I have heard a report that the gentleman claims it may have had a little too much to drink last night. Coffee, that is. CK, see ya, Mr. POV. Anyway, I think it would be fair to assume that it won't be back in for several hours yet. I see. Thank you, Constable. Perhaps we should leave and come back later. Oh, poor Hurley. Can we investigate? There's a notice board on the wall here. Look. Let's see. What does it say? Thought of the day on seeing any vermin calmly and discreetly inform matron. Oh, yes. They have rats and mice in hospitals like these that love to feast on all the medicines. If you don't deal with them, there's nothing left to treat the patients. Rats and mice? Oh, I see. This is a rather old building, I suppose. But the doctors and nurses are all very good, I hear. I certainly hope so, for Mr. Holmes' sake. Mr. Holmes' shake. No music here though, holy shit. This must be Mr. Sholmes' bed. Poor Hurley. I know, it looks like as stiff as a board, doesn't it? Oh, I don't think that will bother him. No? I often find him asleep face down on the floor, completely dead to the world. I think I'd call the police if I discovered someone like that. Um, just his crutches. I wonder what these are. Do you have any idea, Iris? Oh, haven't you ever seen crutches before? Let me explain. They're for people with leg injuries to help them walk. You hold one under each arm, you see? Ah, right. I thought they were weapons of some sort. Why would there be weapons in a hospital? I don't know. Why do you have a gun in a hospital? Why does Ryunosuke have a sword in a hospital? I thought maybe a fighter had been injured in a battle contest and been brought here along with his weapons. That's surprisingly possible. Okay, I think that's it. Okay, let's leave. Should we go to prison? Poor Jamie, we have to help. Oh. Hello, Gina. Why do you still have that? You're in prison. Why do you still have that? Oh, you still have the grenade launcher Hurley and I made. I wish you wouldn't point it at me all the. She pointed at me all the time, though. What are you here for? Jeannie. I had a feeling it's because of us that you've ended up in trouble. So, we were thinking that we might be able to help you. Well, you can't. Sorry? You're get lost. Don't be like that, Jeannie. I know you didn't do it. You never shoot anyone. She has shot me several times with that gun. Oh shit, sorry, I accidentally moved forward. I just know you wouldn't. You think you know me? Pull the other one. Oh. You ain't got the first idea about the likes of me. I'm a thief. I pitch people's purses when they're walking down the street. That's how I get by. And if I saw me chance, I'd sneak into a pawn shop any day of the week. Just to see what I could lay my hands on. Get it? That's the kind of person I am. But Jeannie... Albin Kotsubara, they said. Some cove came by before and said he'd be the lawyer for me. Other like said it was right or something. But I told him I got stuff. I don't need no lawyer. I don't need no one. She couldn't be staring at me any more obviously if she tried. Why are you being like this, Jeannie? I don't understand, Gina. Why did you send the public defender away? They want me to sign some papers, representation papers or something like that. It's all gonna be rigged anyway, the whole trial. They'll pin it all because of a kid, and that's what grown-ups always do. Why do you think that? Cause that's how it's always been for me, growing up in the back slums, my whole life. If you do what the grown-ups tell ya, it'll get your mates dragged off by the coffers, or worse. I've had it happen to me before and all. Been sold out and nearly staffed on the back of it. You can't trust no one, that's the point. As soon as you do, you're gone to grass, dead. Gina, please listen. If you like, in tomorrow's trial, I could... Forget it! Jeannie! Don't you trust Runo? Nah, I don't. Look, I ask you nicely now. Just leave me alone. Will you tell us what happened, Gina? last night at the pawnbrokers. There's nothing to tell you. I figured it'd pay me, so I broke into the place and started going for the storeroom. But the old bloke walked in on me and you know the rest. But why, Judy? Why would you do that? Ain't it obvious? The place is full of stuff that I could sell for a shilling or two. That ain't easy, you know. It's a lot of work. And half the time, you don't even get nothing. Is that really why you broke into the place? What? Are you sure the true reason wasn't something else? Oh, give it a rest. What's the point anyway, eh? Nothing I could say will make a blind bit of difference. Please, please tell us, Judy. We'll believe you, whatever it is. Believe me? Don't be daft. You can't believe nothing. Everyone lies all the time. Hey, you know what? When it comes to liars, I'm the biggest of the lot. I've told some unforgivable lies, I have. What do you mean by that? What unforgivable lies? Lies. Lies and slander. What do you mean before, Gina? When you said you were the biggest liar of the lot. Why don't you tell us what these unforgivable lies you've told are? Maybe we can help. Sorry. We're out of time. They're gonna want to question me now. Jeannie, please. Oh, yeah. I wanted to give you this. Something to remember me by. Oh. A photographic print of a really adorable cat. I found it in one of the pockets of this coat. Ain't no point of me having it. On this coat? How did you miss that again? I wonder what a little photograph like this is doing in the pocket of that overcoat. Anyway, don't bother coming again. Bye. Oh, Jeannie. White photograph has been added to the portrait. Ah. This is an adorable little cat. I think it looks a little like Wagahai. I always thought that cats like to curl up inside under the heated Kotatsu blanket when it snowed. Maybe British cats are different. This. Oh, whoa. February 13th, they deposited 1 small box, 10 shillings. 13th. Look at the back of the print here. There's something written on it. 13th February, 9 p.m. Article deposited 1 small box. Loan amount paid 10 shillings. Redemption deadline 13th of April, 9 p.m. That would have passed then. So this photographic print is a redemption ticket? 13th February? That could be significant. It was just too different for the reader of the omnibus, wasn't it? A small box. That doesn't help as much. That doesn't tell us much about it, does it? We know, if Mr. McGilden still has a ticket, then presumably he never redeemed this article. So, do you think the box might still be present somewhere in the shop? Oh, yes. If it's something Mr. McGilden deposited, we need to investigate. Okay, I think that's our hint to go back to pawn broker. Oh damn. This is where it happened then. Last night? That's right. The two thugs I told you about were obviously ransacking the place looking for valuables. Is that the small box I'm seeing? Was it always there? But apart from the policeman in here, you wouldn't know anything had happened. There's no sign of a disturbance or there's a bloke of prey. No, you're right about that actually. In fact, if anyone, it's the police who seem to be the ones doing the ransacking. I know what you mean. They're like a gang of organized criminals, all dressed in black. Oh, I heard that. Oh, there he is. Oh, Inspector, good morning. I suppose I ought to thank you for your vigilance last night. We got to see before it was disturbed at least. Shame to let you two rogues get away. Mind. Oh, yes, I'm sorry about that. I thought you'd assign extra men to the beat around here, Grexy. Now, look what's happened. Hurley's been injured because there weren't enough police on duty. Your ladyship! No one told you you were coming? I expect you to take full responsibility for what happened to Hurley and see he has the very best medical care. Apparently not, if the hospital we went to was anything to go by. Of course, your ladyship. The very best doctors in the capital are tending to him as we speak. And I don't think it's Rita's fault that the rogues managed to get away, is it? Chasing criminals is the police's job. Absolutely, your ladyship. As you say, ma'am, as you say. The jet in black is totally blameless. Everyone is in agreement about that. Would you believe it? He's like a completely different person with Iris. Talk about a personality change. Oh, where are me manners? Are you thirsty, your ladyship? Oh my god! Oh, that is so creepy. Perhaps you'd like some juice? Some nice, refreshing fruit juice? Oh, why? Are you thirsty, Grexy? I have some of my special herbal tea with me, if you'd like some. The pinkies up at all? Ah, lovely. The very best. Why are you slightly turning Irish? That really hit the spot, your ladyship. I don't even recognize him like this. What a mess. Alright then, let's see what we can uncover. Oh, what do you think you're doing, Sunshine? You can't touch anything in here. Oh, but they were hoping to investigate. This is a crime scene for Pete's sake. No touching. What's the problem, Rexy? Bruno's a lawyer, you know that? Oh, I'm ever so sorry, your ladyship. Ever so sorry. The rules and regulations are a thorn in my side. Of course, if Mr. Naruto, wow, he actually called me by my name. Must have been properly appointed by the accused. That'd be another matter. The accused? If you could show me some representation papers, I'd be only too happy to tell you those around, to let you those around. Did you hear that, Virgo? You need Jeannie to sign some representation papers. It looks like presenting the detective here with the correct papers is the only way. Huh? Let's talk to him then. So, how is the investigation going, Inspector? Nothing to it, really. Very simple cases. There's some very definitive evidence. We're just about to charge that diver we arrested last night, in fact. Gina? You're going to charge her? That's right. Should be able to bring her home before the judge at the Bailey tomorrow. That is not how word works. They do not go that fast. Definitive evidence, you say? What is it? Come on, show me. Your ladyship, as much as I wish I could oblige you, I'm afraid. Oh? Ah, I see. You've already captured the pair of thugs who broke in here last night, have you? What the? And going to put them on the stand as witnesses? Are you? How could you? No! How could you possibly know that? I had a feeling, that's all. Remind me never to try to keep a secret from Iris. Reminding you that you are already keeping a secret from Iris. So, you've arrested the two men who shot Mr. Scholes, have you? Well, yes, they were rounded up pretty quickly by the lads on the beat. And Miss Lestrade is being held at the prison? We just went there. She should be. That's assuming she hasn't lifted the keys for the jailer, of course. Can you tell us anything about Mr. Scholes? What's his condition? Sorry, I'm not at liberty to divulge that information. Scotland Yard matters are strictly confidential. Well, I know he's being operated on at St. Sinners. Why can't I see him? I'm family, you know. I'm terribly sorry, Your Ladyship. It's the hospital's policy. No visiting at all. Why? Oh! The bullet must have hit an artery in his midriff. He's lost a fair bit of blood. Oh no! It didn't seem too bad in the first hour or so, but a hemorrhage like that is enough to make even the one and only Scholes pipe down. Mr. Scholes is a human like the rest of us, you know. Well, anyway, he's having emergency surgery right now. They've got to stop that bleeding. But he will be alright, won't he? They'll be able to make him better? Oh, of course, Your Ladyship. He'll be as right as rain before you know it. Really? How do you know? How do I know? Well, because, of course. Yes, because Mr. Scholes is such a great detective. That's why, oh my god. How much did it pay you to say that, Gregson? You better pray the doctors have a better grasp of what's needed to make someone well again. Oh dear. Please don't die, Hurley. I'll report to Your Ladyship the moment I hear he's out of the operating theater. And Your Ladyship. I couldn't help noticing, Inspector. What? Out with it, sunshine. Well, there seems to be a marked difference between the way you talk to me and Iris. Watch the sauce, sonny. I'm a comer, and we don't go in for favoritism. No comment. But he's right. You did treat us differently. It's because of those adventures of Sherlock Holmes story. That's why. Oh. I crop up in them, don't I? Inspector Tobias Gregson. Oh, well, yes, because you're an acquaintance of Hurley's. What did you write about the Inspector, Iris? I don't remember really. It was one of Scholes' lines. Gregson is the smartest of the Scotland Yardists, is how he put it. Oh, did I write that? And you know what that line did for me, eh? The very next one, my brain doubled. Doubled, I tell you. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, because someone at the yard reads them. They read all that Sherlock Holmes stories. They've even up the fan club for me. Oh my god, they even set up a fan club for me. Of course, that explains everything. It was around that time that you became such a toady to me. Can you blame me? All it takes is one bad word from you and Scholes could change his tune about me. Oh! Gregson? No. The great detective will say, he's getting quite overrated these days. Think that would happen to my salary if that came out in print, eh? Think what would happen even. The whole thing gives me the willies. I can't tell you how many nights of sleep I've lost worrying about it. Oh, poor guy. But that would never happen, Grexy. Every month, when a new Rags magazine comes out, my hands are trembling as I turn the pages. Oh, how awful for you. Here, have some of my tea to settle your nerves. Glug, 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 glug. Ah, lovely. The very best. Ugh, why does it always turn like slightly Irish when I do that? That really hit the spot. Your leadership. Teetotal. Oh, yeah. There's something I was supposed to talk to you about, actually, Mr. Naruhodo. Yes, what is it? I've got an important message from you. I clean forgot about it until now. An important message? I wonder what it could be. Message. Are you going to tell me about this important message instead? What this important message is that, Inspector? Yeah, it's about the young lady who's normally by your side, your assistant. Dear Susie, is she alright? She's at the station, isn't she? Being questioned, I believe. Nope, not anymore. She had to head off. Head off? Where? To Lord Strongheart's office, of course. He summoned her. Ah, yes, of course. I'd forgotten about that. One of the whipstocks took her there in the yard carriage after we'd finished questioning her. Oh, wasn't it one of her dreams? But she asked us to tell you she didn't have the fare for her return journey and to go and meet her there. She's got the nerves, uses Scotland Yard as a blooming messaging service. I see. Well, thank you for passing that on, Inspector. Why did Susie have to go to Lord Chief Justice? She didn't tell me, but I better head over to the Lord Chief Justice's office to fetch her straight away. Okay then, thank you so much, person. Notification's been added. Yes. No matter how many times I come here, I always get the same sense of oppressiveness somehow. Do you think the place is oppressive? I think it's normal. How so? I mean, look at the suit of armor over there. You can't take that seriously, can you? Maybe it thinks the same about you. I think that's Strongheart. So, everything is clear with regards to tomorrow's arrangements, I trust. Yes, thank you very much. There they are, Susato-san and Lord Strongheart. I wonder what they're talking about. They both look very serious. Very good. There is nothing further to discuss. You may return to your lodgings. No doubt you have much to do in preparations for your return to your homeland. Wait, what did he just say? Your return to your homeland? Susato-san! I love her boots, I won't lie. Mr. Naruhodo. What was that all about? Oh, Mr. Naruhodo. Thank you for coming to collect your colleague. What's this all about? Why were you talking about Mrs. Sato's return to her homeland? And tomorrow? Tomorrow? But what about Jeannie's trial? You mean she's been formally charged now? Oh dear. Oh my god. I wonder. I don't think I'm allowed to examine anything. Ooh, I've always dreamed of sitting of a huge test like that and looking important. Why don't you try it then? Discreetly, of course. Alright, I will. Tell me how I look. Is she actually there? Well, for now, what do you think? I can't see you. A little too discreet. I can't even see. Oh, that's so cute. Those giant suits of armors are still facing each other, menacingly across the room. I can't understand why anyone would wear things like that in battle. They must be so heavy. I expected it was some special lightweight suit if it was down to you, wouldn't you, Iris? I think if it was me, I'd invent a world where the people didn't need to fight each other in the first place. Aww, she's still a child. Iris, you're a champion. Well, what do you think? That was a model answer, wasn't it? She's 10, Ryunosuke. 10. And she's leading you around by the nose. I love clocks and their mechanisms. Don't you? The way all the hundreds of pieces fit together and work as one to move the hands of a single timepiece. Yes, I can imagine clocks are your cup of tea. When I was little, I used to dream of one day living inside a clock, you know? Then you must be envious of Lord Chief Justice having his office in a place like this, I suppose. No, not really. Oh. Well, I mean, that's a dream for when you're little. It'd be silly now. Don't let Lord Strongheart hear you talking like that. Oh my goodness! Just look at all these books! Yes, there are books about the judicial system of all different Western nations. Even for someone like me, it would take at least 10 days to read all of these. Just 10 days? Oh, I was only joking, Rudo. I thought it would be fun to play up my genius. It's scarily believable with you. That's the problem. That's all. Mr. Sato, what's all this about? Oh, please don't concern yourself, Mr. Naruhodo. It's only me going back to Japan. Your life here can continue just like... That's not what I asked! What happened? Why are you leaving? It's my father. He's fallen ill. Oh no! Professor Mikotoba? If I may? Yes, sorry? You must be the defendant, Ryunosuke Naruhodo, I believe. Yes, that's right. My name is Eugene Mikotoba. I'm a professor of forensics medicine at Yume University. We received an international telegram from the Empire of Japan informing us of the news. 10 days ago, father collapsed with a fever. The cause is apparently unknown. And it seems he grows weaker day by day. I don't believe it. As you are aware, the voyage from here to your country's capital, Tokyo, takes about 50 days. I thought it would be prudent to hasten Mrs. Sato's departure as much as possible. Yes, absolutely. I will leave London first thing tomorrow morning. I can't believe this is happening. So, Gina has been charged? She'll have to appear in court? Yes, she was formally charged a few hours ago, and the date of the trial has already been set for tomorrow. No, not even 24 hours later? Gina. The Lestrade girl, and the murder of the Baker Street pawnbroker, yes. Yes. An all too suspicious case. The pickpocket was clearly disturbed mid-robbery and shot the man in a panic. No, the yard is overstretched as it is, without wasting time on these open and shut cases. It's not wasting time! Jeannie would never do something like that! Who is this sassy lost child? Mr. Naruhodo. Oh, yes, Lord Strongheart? In defense of your fine services to date, I shall overlook this young girl's insolence. But I have no recollection of admitting a child into my office. Leave, now. course, Lord Strongheart. Criminals will tell the most palpable lies in order to evade justice. The police can ill afford the time it takes to unravel all their untruths. Meanwhile, more crimes are perpetrated. We have far more serious matters with which to contend. Serious matters? Didn't Gregson mention something about like that yesterday? Yes, Inspector Gregson made a similar remark yesterday. It's no concern of yours, though I am sure I need not remind you of that. Three minutes precisely until my next meeting. You must excuse me. There's just one more thing, Lord Strongheart, which is, it's Miss Lestrade's trial. I wonder if you might permit me to defend her. A timely suggestion. Sorry? The girl currently has no representation. But that's not fair! Yes, she may be a pickpocket, but she still deserves a fair trial. Do not misunderstand me, young lady. The government provides for those too poor to afford representation with a public defender. The accused need only sign the relevant paperwork, and the defense barrister will be assigned to her the case. However, the young girl in question has refused that right. Why would she do that? We were literally at the prison, Rihanna. I guess she told us the reason. A question you would do well to direct at Miss Lestrade. You'll find her in the local prison. Yes, thank you. Now then, it's time I was leaving. Good day to you. What a day. Gina tried to murder Susato-san about to leave. Come, Mr. Naruhodo. Iris, we must make haste. But, Susie, you're leaving for Japan tomorrow morning, aren't you? Don't you have packing and things to do? As Mr. Naruhodo's judicial assistant, my personal circumstances are of no consequence. My sole purpose remains to help you in whatever way I can. Thank you, Mr. Soto. That's a very pensive look. I think we ought to visit Gina first. In any case, I should like to wish her well before I leave. Yes, that sounds like a good idea. Let's go. If I'm honest, this has completely thrown me off. I'll just have to do what I can, as a lawyer. We're going back to Gina. Oh my god, those shackles on the wall are so scary. Ugh! Hello again, Gina. Why do you still have that? What are you want here for now? To have that muzzle of the grenade launcher shoved in my face yet again, obviously. I think I need to improve the way you load ammunition into that thing, don't I? Look, you could call as many times as you like, but I ain't got nothing more to say to you. I am kind of hungry, I won't lie. Gina, I wonder if you might hear me out. There's something I'd like to say. What? I'm sorry to say, but I must reluctantly bid you farewell. Eh? Farewell? Tomorrow, I must begin my journey back home, to Japan. I fear we may never meet again. Oh, right. I've had a pleasure of meeting so many lovely people here in London. I have so many wonderful memories. And yet, as things stand now, it will be a glum parting indeed. Poor Iris is so miserable. Susie. Well, that ain't my business. Both Iris and Mr. Naruhodo believe you to be innocent, Gina. They've put their faith in you. But somehow, you can't find it in your heart to put your faith in them. Yeah, that's right, I can't. What of it? It grieves me greatly to have to say goodbye to my friends when they are so clearly unhappy. Because of you. Well, it's my fault! Yes. So, I have one final request, Gina, before our paths never cross again. Right here and now, I want you to show both of them that you don't deserve the fate they've invested in you. Eh? Only by doing that, will you truly be as alone as you claim to be? What are you talking about? What do you expect me to do, eh? You've told us that everyone lies. So prove it by admitting one of your own untruths. What about what you said before, Genie? You said something about unforgivable lies. You must tell Mr. Naruhodo and Iris the truth now. That is my last request before I leave. My last request as a judicial assistant. No, I can't. Whatever these lies are, they're obviously weighing very heavy on Gina's mind. Gina, I could be wrong, but is it something to do with what happened 2 months ago? Something about the trial? The one in which Magnus McGilded was acquitted? Ah! The case of that mysterious murder that took place inside the omnibus. You were called as a witness by the prosecution. Is that what this is about? Yeah, you're right. Because in that trial, I lied. I lied like you wouldn't believe. Will you tell us about it now? Trial 2 months ago. Like I said, it's all happened 2 months ago. The coppers got all of me and showed me in the witness stand. And based on your testimony, Mr. McGilded was declared innocent. Yeah, well, the thing is, I lied about a whole bunch of stuff. I knew it. What sort of things did you lie about? I was hiding under the seat that night. That was the truth. It was pitch black in the little cubby hole. Oh God, I couldn't see a thing. And then that was loud. I heard that loud thud, like someone falling on the ground, on the floor. That's when Mr. McGilded discovered you? Yeah. Oh dang. It pulled me out from under the seat and sat me next to the dead man. Oh, but it still looks alive. He isn't injured there. There weren't much light to go by, but when I looked at Mian's, I had the cove's blood all over him. That isn't what it looks like in the picture though. So I was so scared I couldn't even speak. You had his blood on your hands? In other words, it was Gina that the witnesses on the roof next saw through the skylight. Then Mr. McGilded started asking questions, I suppose. Who you were and why you were hiding under the seat. Yes, it did. Only, that's not all. What do you mean? I mean, it threatened me. Threatened you how? It made me swear about what I'd seen and what I heard. And about what it was going to do after the gold was found dead. It made me swear I wouldn't tell no one about any of it. If I did, he said it'd let me scarp her before the coppers showed up. Gina, you must tell me what he swore. Tell me what he swore you to secrecy about. What you saw, what you heard, everything. Oh God. You said Mr. McGilden made you swear not to tell anybody what you saw. But you were in pitch black compartment under the seat the whole time, weren't you? Yes, Mr. McGilden sitting above your head, if I remember correctly. Yeah, that's true, but it was when I heard the thud of the cove in the floor. I let a little scream, see? Couldn't help it. McGilden heard that and dragged me out by my arm, and that's when I saw it. I was on the floor next to the old geezer when I been stabbed. I was on the floor next to the old geezer. What had been stabbed? A disc. All bright and shiny. A disc? Do you mean... Yeah, that's it. The one what the D took off me at Windibanks. So the music box disc was there on the floor of the omnibus. Not for long. McGillen spotted it straight away. It picked it up Spanish and stuffed it in his inside pocket. So that this was in the omnibus 2 months ago at the scene of Mr. Mason's murder. And the box driver told me I weren't to mutter a word of it to no one. Because it was so dark under the seat of the cab, I was straining my ears to hear the whole time. After a while, I heard the door and the footsteps inside the cabin. Presumably that was McGilden getting on board. Nah, not only him. Oh! Because I could definitely make out the footsteps of 2 people. In that case, it would seem likely that it was Mr. McGilden and the victim, Mr. Thrice-Fired Mason. In his testimony during the trial, Mr. McGilden claimed he slept during the carriage ride. But whenever I'm in a carriage, I'm taken with a fierce tiredness, and I always succumb to it. And your own testimony, Gina, supported this. All I could hear was the Irishman snoring. Yeah, that weren't exactly true. Neither of them was asleep. I could hear him talking about the whole time, in low voices. What? What were they talking about? Sorry, I don't know. The sounds of the horses and the wheels was too loud. But that still tells us something. Mr. McGilden and the victim knew each other. So McGilden was lying, as I suspected. I knew it weren't gonna take long before someone raises the alarm that the bloke had been killed. Yes, you were quite right. The other passengers on the roof deck noticed very quickly. So, when the cab came to a stop, McGilden told me to hide back under the seat again. I climbed in and waited. The 2 coves from up top ran off to get the coppers. Yes, Mr. Fairplay and Mr. First. Right, and after they'd gone, McGilden asked the driver to do him a favor. A favor? Oh, the driver was in it. Now then, fella, what I need you to do is take this coat off mine and deposit it with a nearby pawnbroker. And for your troubles, let's see now. Hey, I'll give you 10 guineas. Beppo. A nearby pawnbroker? You mean on Baker Street? Yup, you got it. It was Windibanks. The coachee snapped up the money and ran off to pop his coat as fast as he could. So, then there was no one left in the carriage. McGilden opened the box under the seat and let me out of there, but not without conditions. I see. What were Matilda's conditions then? For letting you go free, I mean. Not to the soul, not for anything about what I saw and what I heard. And there was something else as well. There's more? Yeah, this is the most important thing, he said. I am after sending a coachman on a little errand for me, with some small change in his hand. Now then, did you hear what I asked for? Did you see anything at all? You asked them to go pop your weasel, right? Aye. The fiend's taken me overcoat to deposit with a pawn with a hereabouts. And I want you, lass, to take the redemption ticket for it. Do you understand? Oh, you want me to have it? That's right. And I'll come to fetch it from you later. Sometime within the next 2 months. You're to hang on onto it until then, is that clear? And whatever you do, don't use it. Alright then. And in case I might happen to be late at all, you're to go to the pawn shop with the bag, so it is, and you're to extend the loan for the 2 months up. If you forget, the article will be forfeited, and any old fiend could come along and buy it. But I ain't got that kind of brass. Here's £5. That's enough. Do you understand it? Do we understand each other, lass? Don't try anything funny. If you go against me. Yeah, I get it. Good. And one more thing. In a few days from now, you'll be visited by the police. I've no doubt. The coppers? Aye. They'll come asking you to take the stand in court to testify as a witness. So, let's have a wee chat about that, shall we? What is it that you might say, and what it is that you won't? Oh, poor Gina. After it got over it all, I piked it. Got as far away from there as I could. Me and the pawnbrokers took it in some bushes near the scene. I went to fetch it the next day once it got dark. So, Matilda planned it and coerced Gina into giving a false testimony. Oh, I'm so into it. I'm so sorry I'm not really commenting much, but I'm really into this. I bet you're ready to string me up, eh? I lied in a big old courtroom. I told some corkers. The thing is, he said it would make it so we wouldn't live in the East End no more. That's what he threatened me with. But, wicked man. He knew everything what went on in the back slums. He knew we had no one to look after us, and we was all just looking out for each other, getting by together. So you mean, Mr. McGilden would have... In a heartbeat, it would have had a lot of us chased out of there, and if it won. And then where would I be gone, eh? Nowhere, that's where. So, I didn't have no choice. Thank you, Gina, for telling everything. But, I'm for it now, eh? Go on, admit it. You must be livid. Well, you can make amends by doing me a simple favor. A favor? What? Sign the representation papers for tomorrow's trial. Eh? If you don't actually want me to represent you in court, you can rip it up afterwards. But we need the paperwork or we can investigate. The police won't let us. Investigate what? The scene of the incident last night. Mr. Schultz was shot. You what? Hurley's having a big operation right now, Jeannie. Is it bad? Is it gonna be alright? Schultz is gonna be alright, right? That's why I want to investigate, for Mr. Schultz's sake as much as anything. Why? So what you're saying is, if I signed that bit of paper, everyone's happy, is that it? Something like that. Mr. Sato? Yes, of course. I have the representation papers here. I don't need no one to stick up for me though. No lawyer or nothing. Very sweet, but also very sad. Poor Jeannie. She seems so lonely. Well, at least this should mean we can investigate the scene of Winamax now. Yes! And perhaps we could come back to visit Jeannie when we're done there. I feel like we finally cracked Gita. She's opened up to us at last. And now I have her representation papers. No one else knows just what a responsibility that is. Anyway, for now, it means Inspector Gregson can't stop us investigating at Winamax. Although, something tells me he's not going to be happy about it. Okay, that's nice. That's nice. That is very sweet and also a very good ending point. I will end the stream for today because let me just see. Are they still actually playing? Ah, okay. I think I can still play with some people then. Okay, I will end the stream now. We have covered some significant grounds, and I feel like that was just a nice stopping point. It was very emotional, very nice, very sweet, very sad. And I feel like the next part is just gonna go pick up into the more meatier part of the stories. So, thank you everyone who stopped by. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow, same time, same place. So that we can continue this. I do really wish and plan and hope and wish we can finish Case 5 this week. Okay, bye!